Good morning, Brad. How are you doing today?
Hey, good morning. I'm doing all right, thanks. Thanks for meeting with me.
Oh, you're welcome. Based on the email you sent me, it sounds like you're having some challenges working with Aaron. Can you tell me more about that, Brad?
Yeah, it's been a bit tricky. Aaron and I have different ideas about how to improve the mobile experience, and we're having trouble finding common ground.
Can you tell me more? Can you give me some specifics about what exactly you're finding challenging?
Well, I feel like Aaron's not really open to new ideas. He seems to be resistant to some of the things I'm suggesting. It's like he's not really listening to what I have to say.
Well, you sound frustrated. You have a lot of new ideas that you're excited about, and Aaron's putting up a roadblock. Is that right?
Yeah, that's exactly it. He's not really giving me a chance to explain my ideas before he dismisses them. It's pretty frustrating.
Can you give me some examples of those interactions between the two of you?
Sure, like when I suggested we streamline the app to make it more user-friendly. Aaron immediately said, "We've done it this way before and it works." He didn't even consider the idea.
Tell me, what have you tried to get through to him?
I've had numerous meetings with him. I've given all sorts of data points, tried to share statistics with him, even shared my background and experience. But it's like talking to a brick wall.
Okay, so he has a particular process that he wants to follow, and you have a more streamlined, maybe simplified process that you're bringing from your previous position. And Aaron isn't open to your ideas. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's about the size of it. I feel like there's a bit of a power dynamic between us that's making it hard for me to speak up.
Well, we hired you because you bring a certain set of skills. So we definitely value what you're bringing. And Aaron has been with the company a long time and has made great contributions that have been successful. And now we need to have the whole team work together with some new ideas. So do you think because you're pretty new on the job, do you think that he feels threatened by you coming in with all these new ideas? What do you think? Do you think that's possibly what's going on?
It's possible. I mean, Aaron's been here for a while, so I think he's set in his ways. He might see my new ideas as a threat to the way he's used to doing things.
Yes, it is possible that he's feeling defensive. And, one can understand there's just two different approaches, two different people, two different sets of ideas. So, what do you think we should do about this? What would you like me to do, Brad?
Well, I've only been here 6 months. And you were his manager before, so, in his eyes, I probably don't have a lot of credibility. But you do. So, if you could maybe talk to him about what's going on.
So, you're saying that you think it'd be helpful if I had a discussion with Aaron?
Yeah, I think that could be helpful. You've got a relationship with him. Maybe you could warm things up a little bit.
Well, I definitely want to help you resolve this, and I am definitely willing to provide support. But, what I find is that in the long run, if coworkers are able to work it out themselves, it's much better than a manager coming in and telling them what to do. So I want to make sure you and Aaron build a good relationship together. So let me ask you this. Have you explained to him the frustration you're having with working with him? In other words, not talking about your project, but talking about the relationship the two of you have. Have you had that conversation?
I've tried, but I'm a bit worried that if I bring this up, it might make things worse between us.
Okay, well, one idea that I have is that you and I sit down together and talk through ways about how you could approach Aaron. What if we came up with some ways to work with the relationship between the two of you? What if we sat down and talked about how to approach two different sets of ideas and keep the relationship strong between the two of you? What if we did that? Would you be willing to give that a try?
I normally go it alone, you know. This is relatively rare that I would actually seek a manager to intervene. But, yeah, let's give it a try.
That sounds great. Let's do that. Let's you and I have another meeting and let's dive in a little more deeply and talk about what that roadblock is and the differences between what you want and what he wants and create a plan that will work for everyone. How does that sound?
That sounds like a plan. I'm optimistic that we can find a way to work this out. Thanks for your help with this.
Well, I'm optimistic too. And thank you so much for bringing this to my attention, Brad. So let's coordinate our calendars and I'll look forward to our next meeting.
Sounds good. I appreciate your time and help with this. Looking forward to our next meeting.